Welcome back to the Daily Bollocks Review. Today we present Operation Extraction, the blueprint for mass deportation, covering logistics, physics and sovereign delivery. We begin by examining the scale of the operation and the operational baseline. We face a massive population of foreign nationals residing in the United Kingdom without legal authorization. The cost of inaction is dire. Fiscal projections confirm that low-wage migrants represent a net lifetime fiscal burden to the British taxpayer. The objective is clear: complete eradication of the baseline population through a synchronized application of systemic pressure and physical extraction. The strategy commences with target acquisition through a retrospective purge. We address the anomaly of illegal channel crossings, where many were granted asylum or protection status despite illegal entry. The mechanism requires the immediate retrospective rescinding of all asylum statuses granted to illegal entrants over recent years. This effect converts these individuals back into unauthorized arrivals, feeding them directly into the containment and removal funnel. Next, we must overcome the capacity deficit. The current estate is choked, holding minimal beds, halting the throughput of forced removals. The required output is a massive expansion to achieve an enormous annual forced processing capacity, assuming a rapid turnaround rate. We achieve this by repurposing the estate through the Ministry of Defence solution. The asset base includes redundant Air Force bases, providing immediate, secure government land for high-density containment zones and processing hubs with direct runway access. The economics are modelled on pandemic-era Nightingale hospital deployments. Private sector management will drive economies of scale to keep construction costs contained. Following containment is the extraction mechanism, utilising tiered aviation. Physical removal requires a multi-layered approach, matching the compliance level of the deportee with the appropriate aviation asset. The objective is to guarantee uninterrupted removal throughput regardless of commercial airline hesitancy or individual detainee hostility. The matrix of tiered fleet utilisation breaks down the pipelines. The baseline relies on scheduled flights using a statutory mandate on commercial routes targeting high population source nations for compliant individuals. The workhorse relies on chartered flights optimised for massive deportee payloads for standard enforced removals. Finally, the heavy lift relies on military transport for rapid deployment targeting highly resistant or hostile deportees requiring physical restraint, relying on the successful precedent of recent international military airlifts. But we face the repatriation deadlock. A vast majority of illegal arrivals originate from countries with absolutely no formal or informal readmission agreements. Standard bilateral diplomacy has failed. A new mechanism is required to force compliance or bypass the deadlock entirely. The destination matrix outlines the execution mechanisms. Direct repatriation utilises formal treaties accelerating the return of specific nationals. Overseas offshoring provides maximum deterrence by investing capital to bypass origin state refusal entirely. Diplomatic escalation deploys the deportation NATO alliance as a force multiplier, weaponising trade, aid and visas to break origin state resistance. The deportation NATO escalator ladder applies collective, synchronised leverage across a coalition of Western states. The strategy ensures a lifetime ban in any member state equals a ban in all allied nations. We fire warning shots with joint public designation and harmonised visa sanctions. We suspend non-essential travel. We cut the cheque with immediate cancellation of foreign aid. We levy targeted trade tariffs. We weaponise the economy with remittance and dividend blockades. We mandate coordinated diplomatic isolation. The ultimate sanction is total mobility restrictions across all allied Western nations. This creates the Force Multiplier Synthesis. The engines of enforcement are not isolated, they're symbiotic. The core theorem states physical force is the catalyst while the hostile environment is the scale. Highly visible, militarized, involuntary deportations create profound psychological pressure within the illegal population, triggering a mass voluntary exodus. This leads to the burn-down timeline and the mathematics of sovereignty. The throughput combines voluntary with involuntary removals, culminating in total mass removal annually. We optimize the balance of voluntary to forced removals to clear the baseline population entirely in the shortest feasible time frame. The final verdict is absolute. We execute target acquisition via retrospective annulment. We construct mass containment via repurposed military estates. We deploy tiered extraction via military and chartered aviation. We secure landing rights via diplomatic blockades and offshoring. The mechanics of mass deportation are proven. The economic offset is guaranteed. Execution is simply a matter of sovereign will. Thank you for watching the Daily Bollocks. Like, subscribe and comment. See you next time.